Imagine a world before the first light of dawn. High on a mountain, nestled among ancient peaks, stands a monastery. The air is still, carrying the crisp chill of the fading night. Inside, stone walls, cool to the touch, have stood for centuries, silent witnesses to the quiet passage of time. The only movement is the gentle flicker of candlelight, dancing across hand-carved wooden beams and the weathered faces of sleeping monks. This is a place untouched by the rush of the modern world. There are no blaring alarms here, no frantic scrolling through news feeds, no immediate pressure to start the day. There is only silence, a profound and heavy quiet that blankets everything. Outside, the world is a sea of deep indigo, stars still clinging to the sky, their distant light a soft glimmer against the darkness. A faint mist hangs in the valleys below, swirling slowly like a sleeping dragon's breath. The only sound is the whisper of a breeze through the gnarled branches of pine trees, and, far in the distance, the first hint of a single resonant bell. Its deep, sonorous tone doesn't shatter the silence, but becomes part of it, a gentle call to awaken not to chaos, but to peace. Think of your own morning, the sudden jolt of the alarm, the harsh blue light of your phone screen, the immediate flood of emails, notifications, and to-do lists. It's a world of constant motion, of relentless demand. Now, let that world drift away. Let the noise fade into the background. In its place, feel the cold stone of the monastery floor beneath your feet. Breathe in the cool, clean air, scented with old wood, melting wax, and the faint, earthy smell of incense. Let the gentle candlelight warm your face. This is a return to a simpler, more peaceful rhythm, an ancient routine that has begun this way for 1,000 years. It's a rhythm your body and soul inherently understand. Let this stillness seep into you, quieting the busy thoughts in your mind. As you settle into this profound quiet, let your own breath become the focus. Notice its gentle rhythm, the rise and fall of your chest. With each inhale, draw in the calm of this sacred space. With each exhale, release the tension of your day. Let go of the deadlines, the worries, the endless lists. Let them dissolve into the cool night air. The distant bell chimes again, its sound traveling across the quiet landscape, a single, pure note that vibrates deep within you. It's a reminder that this moment, right now, is all that matters. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be. You are simply here, present and at peace. Visualize the moonlight filtering through a high, arched window, casting a silver glow on the stone floor. It illuminates dust motes dancing in the air, tiny galaxies swirling in the stillness. This is a place of deep rest, where the soul can finally unclutter itself. The pressures of the outside world cannot reach you here. They are miles and centuries away. Here, within these ancient walls, you are safe, you are held. The world outside can wait. Tonight, you are giving yourself the gift of deep, restorative rest. The kind of rest that our ancestors knew, a rest in sync with the natural cycles of night and day. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into comfort, grounded and secure. Every muscle begins to relax, letting go of held tension. Your jaw softens, your shoulders drop, and a feeling of warmth spreads through your limbs. The quiet is not empty, it is full. It's filled with the potential for renewal, for healing. It's the fertile ground from which peace grows. Listen closely, and you can almost hear the heartbeat of the mountain itself. a slow, steady pulse that matches your own slowing heart rate. You are part of this ancient landscape, connected to the earth, the sky, and the deep, silent wisdom of the night. Now, let your mind drift. Allow it to wander like the mist in the valley, with no specific destination. If thoughts arise, simply acknowledge them without judgment, like clouds passing in the night sky. Let them come and let them go. Your only task is to rest. Your body knows how to do this. It's an innate wisdom. All you have to do is allow it. Feel the support beneath you, holding you completely. There is no need to hold on. You can let go fully, trusting that you are safe. Imagine the monks now, stirring in their simple rooms. They move with a slow, deliberate grace, their movements a silent prayer. Their day begins not with a rush, but with contemplation. They gather in the main hall, their soft wool robes rustling gently. The air is filled with the low, harmonious sound of their morning chants. The sound is not loud or intrusive. It's a deep, resonant vibration that seems to emanate from the very stones of the monastery. It's a sound of unity, of devotion, of profound peace. Let this sound wash over you, a soothing wave that carries you further into relaxation. It's a lullaby for the soul, a timeless melody that speaks of tranquility and release. You don't need to understand the words. You only need to feel the vibration, the intention behind the sound. With each note, feel another layer of stress melting away. Your mind becomes clearer, quieter. The chatter fades, replaced by a sense of deep, inner calm. The candlelight continues its soft dance, casting long, peaceful shadows. The world is beginning to wake, but here, in this sanctuary, time moves differently. It stretches and slows, allowing for deep, uninterrupted rest. The first hint of dawn is now appearing on the horizon. It's not a sudden burst of light, but a slow, gradual softening of the darkness. The deep indigo of the sky slowly transforms into a soft lavender, then a pale, dusty pink. The stars begin to fade, one by one, like shy guests taking their leave. This is the magic hour, a time of quiet transformation. The world is held in a delicate balance between night and day. Feel this gentle transition within yourself. You are moving from a state of wakeful tension to one of deep, peaceful sleep. It is a natural and effortless process. The cool air begins to warm ever so slightly, carrying the fresh scent of dew on pine needles and damp earth. The sounds of the world are still hushed. Perhaps a lone bird begins to sing. Its clear, simple song, a celebration of the new day. Its melody is a gentle invitation to let go completely and drift into your dreams. Your body feels heavy and relaxed, anchored in comfort. Your mind is quiet, serene. You are on the very edge of sleep, a beautiful, peaceful state of being. There are no demands on you here, no expectations. You are free to simply be. Allow yourself to surrender to the pull of sleep, to drift on the gentle currents of your own breath. Imagine yourself floating on a calm, quiet river, the water carrying you gently downstream. The banks of the river are lined with ancient trees, their branches forming a protective canopy above you. Soft light filters through the leaves, dappling the water's surface. You are safe, you are peaceful, and you are drifting effortlessly toward the deep, restorative ocean of sleep. As you drift deeper and deeper, the details of the monastery begin to fade, leaving only the feeling of profound peace. The stone walls, the candlelight, the distant bell, they have all served their purpose. They have guided you to this place of inner stillness. Now, all that remains is the deep, quiet rhythm of your own being. Your body is completely at rest, and your mind is free. This is the state where true restoration happens. Your body can heal, your mind can process, and your spirit can find renewal. In this deep sleep, you are accessing a timeless well of peace that resides within you. It is always there, waiting for you to return. The noise and chaos of the world cannot touch it. It is your own inner sanctuary. Let yourself sink into this peace. Let it envelop you like the softest blanket. There is nothing more for you to do now but to sleep deeply, peacefully, and without interruption. The new day will come when it is time, and you will be ready to meet it, feeling rested, refreshed, and renewed. But for now, the night is yours. This quiet, sacred time is a gift. Embrace it, surrender to it, and allow yourself the deep, healing rest you so deserve. Sleep now, sleep well. Dream of quiet mountains and starlit skies. Dream of peace. The world will be there when you wake. In the deep, velvet dark before dawn, a bell tolls. Its single, resonant note shivers through the cold stone, a gentle summons in the heart of silence. Long before the first hint of gray light touches the sky, a quiet stirring begins. Figures rise from simple wooden beds, their movements slow and deliberate in the stillness. There's no jarring alarm, no rush, just the soft rustle of coarse wool robes being drawn over shoulders. These are the monks beginning their day as they have for centuries, in a rhythm as old as the hills surrounding them. Imagine a world stripped bare of modern distractions. No glowing screens, no endless scroll of news and notifications. Here, the only light is the soft flicker of a candle, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. In the communal washroom, the shock of icy water from a basin is the first sharp sensation of the day, a jolt to the senses that brings immediate, crisp awareness. Each splash is a conscious act, a washing away of sleep, and a preparation for the sacred hours ahead. There are no words spoken, only the shared understanding of a community moving as one. They gather in the chapel, the air thick with the scent of old wood, cool stone, and melting wax. Their footsteps make no sound on the worn floors. A low, whispered chant begins to rise, a single, unified voice that weaves a tapestry of sound in the darkness. It's not a performance, but a prayer, a collective breath that connects each soul to the divine and to each other. This is the foundation of their day, a grounding in peace and purpose. The discipline isn't harsh or punishing. It's a gentle framework, a trellis upon which a life of profound tranquility can grow. Each moment, from rising in the dark to the first shared prayer, is an act of devotion, a step on a path of inner peace. This is the quiet power, the gentle rhythm of a life dedicated to something greater. From the quiet contemplation of the morning chapel, the day unfolds into a rhythm of work and prayer. This isn't the frantic hustle we know. It's ora et labora, pray and work. The monks move from the spiritual to the physical with a seamless grace. Some head to the gardens, their hands, calloused from years of toil, gently tending to the earth. They pull weeds, water seedlings, and harvest vegetables, their movements synchronized with the seasons. There's a deep connection here, a conversation with the soil that provides their sustenance. They understand the language of the plants, the needs of the earth, and in return, the garden flourishes under their care, a vibrant testament to their patient labor. Others might be found in the scriptorium, a quiet room filled with the scent of ink and parchment. Here, the only sounds are the scratch of a pen and the soft turning of pages. This is the ancient art of calligraphy, where each letter is formed with meditative precision. It's not just writing. It's an act of preserving knowledge, of creating beauty from simple strokes. The focus required is immense, a complete absorption in the present moment. Each word copied is a prayer, each illuminated manuscript a masterpiece of devotion. The world outside, with its fleeting trends and instant gratification, fades away, leaving only the timeless task at hand. Still others work in the kitchens, transforming the simple produce from the garden into nourishing meals. The clatter of pots and the chop of a knife on a wooden board become part of the monastery's symphony. The work is humble, yet essential. It's an act of service to their brothers, preparing food that will sustain them for another round of prayer and work. There is no hierarchy of tasks. The monk scrubbing the floor is as valued as the one illuminating a sacred text. Each action, no matter how small, is infused with intention and mindfulness, a thread in the rich tapestry of their communal life. Through this balance of labor and contemplation, they find a profound sense of purpose and belonging. Lunch is eaten in silence, a practice that might seem strange to us, accustomed as we are to conversation over meals. But here, the silence is not empty, it's full. It allows for a deeper appreciation of the food, the taste of the fresh bread, the warmth of the soup. While they eat, one monk will read aloud from a spiritual text. The words wash over the refectory, offering food for the soul, just as the meal nourishes the body. This practice turns a simple biological necessity into another opportunity for reflection and learning. The chants are a song of gratitude for the day that has passed, for the strength to work, for the community that supports them. It's a moment of transition, a letting go of the day's labor, and a preparation for the quiet introspection of the evening. The rhythm of prayer that began the day now brings it to a gentle close, bookending their work with a reminder of their ultimate purpose. As night falls, a deep and profound quiet settles over the monastery. The final prayer of the day, Compline, is offered. It is a short and simple service, a prayer for a peaceful night and a safe rest. After Compline, the great silence begins. From this moment until after the first prayers, the next morning, no one speaks. This is not a rule to be endured, but a gift to be cherished. It is a time for personal reflection, for reading, for simply being. In this sacred silence, the soul can finally breathe. The external world, with all its noise and demands, is shut out completely. In the quiet of his own cell, a monk might read by candlelight the words of ancient philosophers and saints, offering guidance and wisdom. Or he might simply sit, gazing out at the star-filled sky, feeling his own smallness in the vastness of the universe, and yet, paradoxically, his profound connection to it all. This is where the real inner work is done. Without the distraction of conversation or entertainment, the mind can settle. It's in this stillness that insights arise, that a sense of deep peace can take root, and that the connection to the divine feels most immediate. It is a time to listen to the whisper of one's own soul. This daily cycle of prayer, work, and silence is the heartbeat of the monastery. It's a life of radical simplicity, but it is not empty. It is filled to the brim with purpose, with community, with a deep and abiding peace. By stripping away the non-essential, they discover what truly matters. In a world that constantly screams for our attention, their life is a powerful testament to the beauty of focus. the strength of discipline, and the profound wisdom that can only be found in silence. As they sleep, they are not just resting their bodies for another day of labor. They are resting in a peace that the outside world has largely forgotten how to find. And as the first bell tolls in the darkness, the ancient, gentle rhythm begins once more. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found a moment of peace here, consider subscribing for more quiet explorations. Imagine, if you will, the deep hush of pre-dawn. The world is still asleep, wrapped in a blanket of cool, quiet air. But here, in this sacred space, a gentle stirring begins. It's not a sound that breaks the silence, but one that deepens it. Voices, soft as a whisper, begin to rise. They are not singing to an audience, but to the stillness itself. Each note seems to hang in the air, a tiny, luminous sphere of sound, before weaving into the next. The only light comes from the soft, flickering glow of candles. They cast long, dancing shadows on the high stone walls, making the ancient arches seem to breathe. The air is thick with the scent of incense, a sweet, earthy perfume that has seeped into the very stones of this place over centuries. It's a scent that speaks of prayer, of devotion, of countless mornings, just like this one. As the voices swell, they don't shout, they merge. They become a single, resonant hum that seems to emanate from the earth beneath your feet. It vibrates through the wooden pews, up through your spine, and settles in your chest. This is the sound of pure harmony, a collective breath turned into song. In this moment, there is no past, no future. There is only the now, this sacred, echoing present. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel the tension begin to melt away, carried off on the currents of this ancient melody. Let's stay with this feeling. Allow the rhythm of the chants to guide your own breath. Inhale as the voices rise, and exhale as they fall. There's a natural cadence here, a pulse that mirrors the gentle beat of your own heart. In this candlelit sanctuary, the noise of the outside world fades into irrelevance. The endless to-do lists, the worries, the expectations, they all dissolve in the sacred smoke and sound. Notice the details, the way the candlelight catches a speck of dust, turning it into a momentary star. The feel of the cool, smooth wood beneath your fingertips. The subtle shift in temperature as the morning air begins to warm. Being present in this way is a form of meditation in itself. It's an invitation to simply be, without judgment, without striving. The monks who have practiced here for generations understood this profound truth. Peace is not something you find, but something you allow. It's already within you, waiting beneath the surface of your thoughts. As the chanting continues, its structure becomes clearer. It's not just random notes, but a language of the soul. Each phrase is a prayer, a question, an affirmation. You don't need to understand the words to grasp their meaning. The intention is carried on the melody, a universal message of hope, gratitude, and reverence for the mystery of existence. Feel that message resonate within you. It's a reminder that you are part of something vast and beautiful, connected to a lineage of seekers who have walked this path of inner stillness for millennia. Let's carry this tranquility forward. As the first hints of dawn begin to filter through the high stained glass windows, painting the air with soft hues of blue and rose, the energy in the room shifts. The chanting softens, becoming more intimate, more personal. It's as if the grand invocation to the universe is now turning inward, becoming a quiet conversation with the self. Think of your mind as a still lake. The chants are like gentle ripples, not disturbing the peace, but revealing its depth. Each thought that arises is like a leaf floating on the surface. You don't need to grab it or push it away. Simply observe it as it drifts by, and then return your focus to the sound, to your breath, to the stillness. This practice of gentle observation is a powerful tool. It teaches you that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. The state of peaceful awareness is your natural state. The stresses of modern life can make us forget this. We become so caught up in the storm that we forget the calm, clear sky that is always there, just beyond the clouds. These moments of quiet reflection, whether in an ancient chapel or in a quiet corner of your own home, are how we remember. They are how we reconnect with that unchanging, peaceful core of our being. As our time in this space draws to a close, let the final notes of the chant wash over you. They don't end abruptly, but fade slowly, melting back into the silence from which they came. The silence that remains is different now. It's not empty, it's full. It's charged with the energy of the music, with the peace of the morning, with the depth of your own presence. Take one last deep breath, filling your lungs with this peaceful, sacred air. As you exhale, carry this feeling of calm with you. Know that you can return to this inner sanctuary anytime you need to. All it takes is a conscious breath, a moment of stillness, a decision to be present. The candlelit chapel, the echoing chants, the scent of incense, they are not just external experiences. They are symbols of the peace that resides within your own heart. Thank you for joining me on this journey into stillness. If this time of reflection has brought you a measure of peace, I invite you to subscribe and continue exploring these moments with us. May you carry this calm throughout your day. The sun rises, a soft, golden light spilling over the horizon, kissing the dew-covered fields. Imagine hands, weathered and gentle, plunging into the cool, dark earth. They move with a rhythm as old as time itself, planting seeds one by one, a quiet prayer for the harvest to come. There's no rush, only the steady, patient work of turning soil, of tending to new life. This is a world painted in shades of green and brown, where the loudest sounds are the rustle of leaves in the breeze and the distant call of a bird. In a nearby garden, another pair of hands moves with similar grace. Fingers deftly pluck vibrant herbs, their fragrance rising to meet the morning air. Basil, rosemary, thyme. Each leaf is a gift, gathered with care for the kitchen. A basket slowly fills, a tapestry of greens, destined to bring flavor and comfort. This isn't just a task. It's a communion with the earth, a mindful dance between giving and receiving. Every weed pulled, every stem trimmed, is an act of love for this small patch of ground. Inside, the air is warm and smells of yeast and wood smoke. Here, hands are dusted with flour, working dough on a large wooden table, pushing, folding, kneading. It's a physical, repetitive motion, but one filled with purpose. The rhythmic thud of dough against wood is a heartbeat. This is the alchemy of sustenance, turning simple ingredients into the staff of life, all through the quiet power of labor. Each stroke is deliberate, a testament to discipline and devotion. The world outside might be full of noise and chaos, but in here, there is only the quiet focus of creation, the slow and steady birth of a manuscript that will outlive its maker. These are the quiet hands that built worlds, not with grand gestures, but with the simple, profound beauty of their daily work. These scenes, from the farmer to the scribe, share a common thread, a deep, meditative connection to their craft. In our fast-paced world, we've lost touch with this kind of slow, intentional living. We multitask, we rush, we optimize for efficiency, often sacrificing the joy of the process itself. But what if we could reclaim a piece of that tranquility? What if we could find the sacred in the mundane, the peaceful in the repetitive? This isn't about romanticizing the past or wishing for a simpler time that never truly existed. It's about recognizing the inherent value in mindful labor. It's about understanding that our hands are not just tools for productivity, but instruments for connection to our materials, to our environment, and ultimately to ourselves. Think about the last time you did something with your full attention. Maybe it was gardening, or baking, or even just washing the dishes. Do you remember that feeling of flow, where the world outside seems to fade away and you are completely present in the moment? That's the feeling we're chasing. It's a state of being where work is not a chore, but a form of meditation. The farmer, tending his crops, isn't just growing food. He's participating in the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. He feels the sun on his back, the earth beneath his feet. He's in a constant dialogue with nature, responding to its whims, respecting its power. His work grounds him, literally and figuratively, connecting him to something much larger than himself. The baker, with flour on her apron, is not just making bread. She is a nurturer, a provider of comfort and warmth. The act of kneading dough can be incredibly therapeutic, a way to work through thoughts and emotions. The transformation of simple flour and water into something so nourishing is a daily miracle, a reminder of the magic hidden in everyday processes. And the scribe, meticulously copying texts, is not just a human machine. He is a guardian of culture, a bridge between generations. The intense focus required for his work quiets the mind, forcing it into a state of deep concentration. Each letter formed is a small victory, a mark of dedication against the fleeting nature of time. We can bring this same mindfulness into our own lives. We don't need a field or a scriptorium. It can start with the simple act of making your morning coffee. Instead of rushing through it, pay attention. Listen to the sound of the water heating up. Smell the aroma of the coffee grounds. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. Savor the first sip. By turning a routine into a ritual, you infuse it with meaning. This practice can extend to any activity. When you're cooking, focus on the colors and textures of the vegetables you're chopping. When you're cleaning, notice the satisfaction of bringing order to chaos. When you're typing an email, focus on the clarity and intention of your words. The goal is not to slow down every single thing you do to a crawl. That's impractical. The goal is to find moments in your day where you can be fully present, where you can engage your hands and your mind in a simple, focused task. These moments are anchors. They ground us in the present and provide a much-needed respite from the constant barrage of information and distraction that defines modern life. This is a form of self-care that costs nothing. It's about shifting your perspective, about finding the beauty and meaning that already exist in your daily routines. It's a way to cultivate inner peace, one small, intentional act at a time. It's about rediscovering the quiet power of your own hands. Try it for yourself. Pick one task you do every day. It could be folding laundry, watering your plants, or walking your dog. For just 5 minutes, commit to doing that one thing with your full, undivided attention. Put your phone away. turn off the TV. Just be there with your hands and your senses. Feel the gentle tug of the leash in your hand. You might be surprised by how calming and restorative such a simple exercise can be. It's a small step, but it's a step back towards a more grounded, more present way of living. A step towards finding the monastery in your own home, the scriptorium at your own desk, the fertile field in your own small garden. The world will always be noisy. Your to-do list will always be long, but you have the power to create small islands of tranquility in your day. You have the power to connect with the timeless rhythm of mindful work, the same rhythm that guided the hands of farmers, bakers, and scribes for centuries. Thank you so much for joining me on this quiet reflection. If this resonated with you, I love it. If you like this video, and subscribe for more content on mindful living. Have you ever felt that frantic need to just stop? Not in a lazy, give-up kind of way, but a deep, soul-level craving for stillness, for a moment where the world just pauses. I think we all have. We live in this culture of hustle, of constant motion, where every second is supposed to be optimized, monetized, or documented. We're told that to be successful, to be worthy, we must always be doing, always be striving. But what if the greatest strength, the most profound progress, is found not in the relentless push forward, but in the deliberate, courageous act of being still? I remember a time when my life felt like a runaway train. Deadlines, expectations, the endless scroll of social media showcasing everyone else's highlight reels. I was moving so fast, but I felt like I was going nowhere. I was exhausted, not just physically, but spiritually. The more I tried to do, the more fragmented I became. It was in that chaos that I stumbled upon an idea that felt almost revolutionary in its simplicity: the power of stillness in the middle of effort. It's a concept one first encountered while reading about the lives of monks, people who dedicate their entire existence to a different kind of rhythm. Their days are filled with work, with prayer, with community responsibilities. There is effort, absolutely. There is labor in the gardens, study in the library, service to others. But woven through it all, like a golden thread, is a profound and intentional stillness. It's a stillness that isn't empty, but full. It's the quiet hum of purpose beneath the surface of activity. Imagine this: a simple meal shared in silence. Not an awkward, uncomfortable silence, but a restful, communal silence. The only sounds are the gentle clinking of cutlery, the soft scrape of a chair. In that quiet, the taste of the bread, the warmth of the soup becomes more pronounced. You're not distracted by conversation or the need to perform. You are simply present, nourished in body and spirit. There's an incredible intimacy in that shared quiet, a sense of connection that goes deeper than words. Think of walking through ancient cloisters. The sun streams through high-arched windows, casting long, warm rectangles of light across the stone floor. Your footsteps echo softly, a steady, unhurried rhythm. Each step is a quiet meditation. You're moving, but the pace is dictated by peace, not pressure. It's in these moments of peaceful pacing that the mind can finally quiet down enough to hear the whispers of the heart. Or picture someone reading scripture, not to cram for a test or to win an argument, but to simply listen. The pages are worn, the light is soft. There's no rush to get to the end. Each word is allowed to land, to resonate in the quiet space of the soul. This isn't about information acquisition, it's about transformation. It's about letting the words wash over you, finding comfort, challenge, and wisdom in the stillness of contemplation. This isn't just an ancient monastic practice. It's something we can bring into our own modern, often chaotic lives. It's about finding those cloisters in our own homes, those moments of sacred silence in our own days. How do we do it? We start small. Maybe it begins with your morning coffee. Instead of scrolling through your phone while you sip, what if you just sat for 5 minutes? Just you, the cup in your hands, the aroma, the warmth. Notice the light coming through the window. Listen to the sounds of your house waking up. Feel your feet on the floor. In the beginning, your mind will fight it. It will scream at you with all the things you need to do. That's okay. Gently, without judgment, bring your attention back to your breath, back to the cup, back to the present moment. This is effort. The effort to be still. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Soon, 5 minutes of quiet might become 10. You might start taking a stillness break in the middle of your workday. Instead of another coffee, you step outside for a few minutes, not to make a call or check emails, but just to feel the air on your skin and look at the sky. You're not stopping work. You're refueling your ability to work. You're bringing calm to the center of the storm. A meal eaten without a screen. A walk taken without headphones. A few moments spent just looking out a window before you go to bed. These aren't empty moments. They are the moments where we recharge. They are the moments where creativity can spark, where solutions to problems can arise unexpectedly, where we can reconnect with our own intuition. We're running on adrenaline and cortisol. This is why we feel so burnt out, so anxious, so disconnected. Stillness is the antidote. It allows our nervous systems to switch into a state of rest and digest. It's in this state that our bodies can heal, our minds can clear, and our spirits can be restored. This practice of stillness has profoundly changed my life. The frantic energy has been replaced by a more grounded, centered focus. I still work hard. I still have goals and ambitions, but the work now comes from a place of fullness, not a place of frantic scarcity. The effort is sustained not by anxiety, but by a deep well of inner peace that I can draw from. Sharing a simple meal with my family has become a richer experience because we sometimes choose to just be together without the pressure of constant chatter. My walks have become a source of inspiration, not just exercise. The silence is no longer something to be filled, but something to be enjoyed, to be cherished. It's in that stillness that I feel most connected to myself, to others, and to the divine. The world will always be loud. The demands will always be there. But we don't have to let the chaos on the outside dictate the state of our inside. We can build an inner cloister, a sanctuary of peace that we can carry with us wherever we go. It's a quiet rebellion against the tyranny of busyness. It is the courageous, life-giving choice to find the profound power of stillness right in the very heart of all our effort. So I invite you to try it. Find a small moment today, just one, a moment to be still, to breathe, to just be. You don't have to go to a monastery. The sanctuary is already within you, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to join our community as we explore more ways to find peace in our busy world. Subscribe for more. In the quiet corners of the world, away from the clamor and the rush, time moves differently. It doesn't fly. It flows like a gentle stream over smooth stones. Here, In the soft light of dawn, filtering through a high window, the day begins, not with an alarm. It's the rhythm of learning, of caring, of being. The hours are not empty, but full of small, deliberate actions. My hands, stained with a little soil and ink, know the texture of a fragile manuscript and the delicate stem of a peppermint plant. Tending the herb garden is a lesson in patience. Each leaf unfurls in its own time. You cannot rush the lavender or command the chamomile to bloom. You can only provide the right conditions, sun, water, and gentle care and trust in the process. These herbs aren't just for me. They become balms for weary travelers, teas to soothe a worried mind, or poultices for a minor scrape. Each visitor who stops at our gate is a story, a brief intersection of paths, and offering them a simple remedy feels like a profound connection. It's a small act of kindness, a reminder that we are all just walking each other home. Copying texts is not a chore. It is a conversation with the past. With each stroke of the quill, I trace the thoughts of someone who lived centuries ago. It is a slow, meticulous process. One mistake, one slip of the hand, and a word could be lost or changed forever. This work teaches focus, a deep and abiding concentration that quiets the noise of the world outside. The mind becomes a still pool, reflecting only the words on the page. In this stillness, there is a universe of knowledge to explore. Later, the novices arrive. Their eyes are bright with curiosity and a touch of apprehension. Teaching them is like tending the garden in a different way. You are planting seeds of knowledge, nurturing their fledgling understanding. I show them how to hold the quill, how to mix the ink, how to read the subtle language of the stars. Some are quick to learn, their minds like fertile soil. Others need more time, more encouragement. My role is not to demand, but to guide, to answer their questions, to steady their hands, to celebrate their small victories. Seeing the spark of understanding in their eyes is its own reward, a quiet joy that resonates long after they've gone. When I grind herbs, I am only grinding herbs. I feel the rough texture in the mortar. I smell the sharp, clean fragrance. I hear the gentle crunching sound. My mind isn't racing ahead to the next task or dwelling on yesterday's worries. It is here, now. This practice, this mindfulness, is the key that transforms the mundane into the sacred. Washing a bowl is not just a chore. It's an opportunity to feel the warmth of the water, to appreciate the simple vessel that holds our food. People often ask if it's a lonely life. I don't see it that way. There is a deep and abiding connection here to the earth, to the past, to the people I help, and most importantly, to myself. In the silence, you begin to hear your own inner voice, the one that is so often drowned out by the noise of modern life. The world shouts, and we choose to whisper back. This path is not for everyone, and that's okay. The world needs its doers, its builders, its innovators, but it also needs its keepers of the quiet, its tenders of the slow flame. We provide a space of sanctuary, a place where others can come to rest, to heal, to remember what it feels like to simply be. We are the anchors in a world that is constantly in motion. Pay attention to the simple sensations, the feeling of the chair beneath you, the light in the room, the sound of your own breath. Start small, try it for 1 minute, then 2. Don't try to empty your mind, that's impossible. Just observe your thoughts as they come and go, like clouds in the sky. Don't judge them, don't cling to them, just let them be. In this space, you might find a sense of peace you thought was lost. This practice of mindful presence can ripple out into every area of your life. When you're eating, really taste your food. When you're walking, feel your feet on the ground. When you're talking with someone, give them your full, undivided attention. You'll find that life becomes richer, more vibrant, more meaningful. You're no longer just getting through the day, you're living it. The slow hours are a gift. They are an invitation to connect, to create, to understand. They teach us that our value is not measured by our productivity or our speed, but by our presence and our intention. It is a lesson written in the steady growth of an herb, the patient copying of a text, and the gentle guidance of a novice. It is the art of living slowly, deliberately, and with an open heart. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me. If this message resonated with you, I hope you'll continue on this journey of finding peace in the present moment. Follow along for more reflections on a slower, more intentional way of life. The day begins its slow, graceful descent, painting the sky in hues of soft orange and blushing pink. Have you ever just stopped to watch this daily masterpiece unfold? It's like the world takes a deep, collective breath, a sigh of contentment as the sun dips below the horizon. The light, once so bright and direct, now stretches long and golden, casting enchanting shadows that dance and elongate, turning familiar landscapes into something new, something magical. It's in these moments, this quiet transition from day to night, that we can find a profound sense of peace. The world slows down, and so can we. Listen closely. Can you hear it? That distant, gentle chime. It's the evening bell, a sound that has echoed through valleys and villages for centuries. It's not a sound of urgency, but a call to stillness, a melodic reminder to pause, to reflect on the day that has passed. For some, it's a call to prayer, a moment to connect with something greater than themselves, to whisper words of thanks and hope into the cooling air. For others, it's simply a signal that the day's work is done. The tools can be set down, the hurried pace can cease. It's a universal language of closure, a lullaby for the waking world. As these final rays of sunlight filter through the trees, look at how they transform the ordinary. A simple wooden fence becomes a lattice of gold and darkness. The leaves on the trees shimmer, each one catching a final spark of light before surrendering to the twilight. The long shadows creep across the fields and down the quiet streets, like a gentle blanket being pulled over the earth. There's a story in these shadows, a story of a day lived, of moments experienced. They don't obscure, they reveal a different kind of beauty, a depth and a texture that the midday sun cannot show. This is the perfect time for gratitude. Not for the grand achievements or the big wins, but for the small, simple things. The warmth of the sun on your skin just a few hours ago, the taste of a cool drink of water, the sound of a bird's final song of the day, the feeling of cool grass beneath your feet. It's about acknowledging the quiet joys that weave the fabric of our lives, the taste of a simple meal prepared with care, the shared smile with a stranger, the comfortable silence with a loved one. Life isn't always about the mountains we climb. More often, it's about the gentle, winding path we walk every day. And this time, at dusk, is a sacred space to honor that journey. Let the soothing atmosphere of the evening wash over you. Allow the gentle breeze to carry away the worries of the day. The hustle, the deadlines, the noise, let them all fade into the background. Here, in this tranquil moment, there is only the present, the soft colors of the sky, the distant echo of the bell, the long, peaceful shadows. It's an invitation to simply be, to be present in your own life, to feel the rhythm of the earth as it turns towards the night. This is a gift, this quiet closing of the day, a chance to reset and find our center before the stars begin to appear. As the last sliver of the sun disappears, the sky deepens into a velvety indigo. The first star emerges, a tiny, defiant pinprick of light in the vast expanse. It's a promise of the cosmos, a reminder that even as one light fades, another world of beauty is revealed. The air grows cooler, carrying the scent of night-blooming flowers and damp earth. The sounds of the day have been replaced by the subtle symphony of the night, the gentle chirp of crickets, the rustle of leaves in the breeze, the distant hoot of an owl. It's a cycle that has repeated for eons, a rhythm that connects us to all of life, past and present. Think of all the generations who have watched this same sun set, who have heard a similar bell, who have felt this same sense of peace settle over the land. There's a profound connection in that thought, a feeling of being part of something much larger and more enduring than our own individual lives. We are just one small part of this grand cosmic dance. In this stillness, our own inner world can become clearer. The noise of our own thoughts can begin to quiet down. What did you learn today? What brought you a moment of unexpected happiness? What challenge did you face, and how did you meet it? The evening is a gentle confessor, a safe space to process the day without judgment. It's a time for self-compassion, for acknowledging our efforts and forgiving our shortcomings. We did our best, and now it is time to rest. Let this feeling of gratitude expand. Gratitude for this planet, for its incredible, resilient beauty. For the air we breathe, the water that sustains us, the ground that supports us. We are guests here, privileged to witness such wonders every single day. The sunset is not just a spectacle. It's a dialogue between the earth and the sun, and we are lucky enough to be the audience. As we prepare for the night, let's carry this sense of tranquility with us. Let the peace of the dusk seep into our bones, soothing our minds and preparing us for restorative sleep. The world outside is settling down, and so can we. Turn off the bright screens, lower the lights, and listen to the quiet. Let your body and mind know that it is time to unwind, to recharge, to heal. The night is not a void. It is a time of restoration, a necessary pause before the dawn brings new light and new possibilities. Let this quiet end of the day be your sanctuary. Thank you for sharing this moment of peace with me. I hope you find rest and renewal in the beautiful night ahead. Follow along for more moments of calm and reflection. Have you ever stood in a place so old that the silence itself seems to have weight? Picture this: you're inside ancient stone walls, the kind that have stood for centuries, witnessing the slow march of time. The sun has long since set, and the world outside has faded to a murmur, then to nothing. Here, inside, the silence is profound, a deep, velvety quiet that wraps around you like a heavy blanket. It's a silence that isn't empty. It's filled with the echoes of history, the whispers of lives lived within these very confines. The air is cool, carrying the faint, earthy scent of old stone and beeswax. One by one, the last candles of the day begin to surrender. You watch as a single flame, which had danced so bravely against the encroaching dark, sputters for a moment. It shrinks, drawing into itself a tiny, brilliant point of light, before winking out. With its departure, the shadows deepen, stretching and merging until the corners of the room are lost to the night. Another follows, and then another, each one a small, quiet farewell to the light. The darkness that takes their place isn't frightening. It's a gentle, welcoming embrace. It feels like the world is holding its breath, waiting. You look up through a high, arched window, and the view is breathtaking. The cloister roof, a dark, angular silhouette, frames a perfect square of the night sky. And oh, what a sky it is! Away from the glare of modern cities, the heavens are ablaze with a ferocity you've almost forgotten is possible. The stars don't just twinkle, they burn. They are scattered like a handful of diamonds on black velvet. So clear and so close, you feel as if you could reach out and touch them. The Milky Way is a soft, luminous river flowing across the expanse, a celestial path leading to unknown wonders. You trace the familiar constellations, friends in the vast darkness, their ancient light, traveling for eons just to meet your eyes in this single, perfect moment. There's a sense of profound peace that settles over everything. The day's worries, the endless lists, the noise of the world, it all dissolves in this tranquil stillness. It's a time for reflection, for letting go, a time to simply be. This is the peace of the cloister at night, a sanctuary from the storm of life. It's a peace that seeps into your bones, calming your mind and soothing your soul. You feel your own body begin to unwind, the tension in your shoulders releasing, your breathing slowing to match the gentle cadence of the night. The transition to sleep in a place like this is not a sudden drop into unconsciousness. It's a slow, gentle fade. It's like wading into a cool, calm lake. First, the water is at your ankles, then your knees, then your waist. You don't fight it. You welcome the embrace. Your thoughts, which may have been racing just hours before, now drift lazily, like leaves on a slow-moving stream. They lose their sharp edges, becoming softer, more dreamlike. Memories surface, not with urgency, but with a gentle nostalgia, like flipping through the pages of a beloved old book. You pull a simple woolen blanket up to your chin. It's heavy and comforting, a final layer of security against the night. The coolness of the sheets is a welcome sensation against your skin. You close your eyes, but the images of the stars remain imprinted on the back of your eyelids. You can still feel the profound silence, can still smell the ancient stone and the memory of candlelight. There is no struggle here, no tossing or turning. There is only a quiet, willing surrender to rest. Your mind lets go of the day, releasing its grip on control, and allows itself to float. The boundary between wakefulness and sleep becomes blurred, indistinct. Imagine your body growing heavier, sinking comfortably into the mattress. Each muscle relaxes, one by one. Your feet, which have carried you through the day, feel warm and still. The tension in your legs dissipates, flowing away. Your back, your shoulders, your arms all surrender their burdens. You take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, you release the last remnants of the day. Another breath, even slower this time, in and out. The rhythm is hypnotic, a lullaby of your own making. The world outside these walls ceases to exist. There is only this room, this bed, this moment of perfect tranquility. You are drifting now, floating on a sea of calm. The gentle currents of sleep are pulling you deeper. It's a safe journey, a return to a place of restoration and renewal. The mind, free from its daytime duties, begins to weave its own tapestries of dreams. These are not anxious dreams, but peaceful landscapes, soft colors, and gentle sounds. Perhaps you dream of walking through a quiet forest, the sunlight filtering through the leaves. Or maybe you're by the ocean, listening to the rhythmic crash and retreat of the waves. Whatever the scene, it is one of peace. It is a reflection of the serenity you've cultivated in these final waking moments.